All right, here we are. Episode 101. 101 plus episodes we've done in this campaign, this AP, Adventure Path. Gotta take a deep breath. We're getting close. We're getting close to finishing this. Won't be long. It's getting interesting, and it's going to get more interesting as we go along. In this final chapter of the Abomination Vaults. So we're going to jump right into this. Got a late start tonight. But looks like we got most of our players tonight. Let's do some quick introductions. Then we'll do a recap. I guess you're going to do that, Kyle. If you're up for it, I'll let you do it. I'll give you an extra hero point.
No, I can do it. I took notes.
Everybody has this hero point. Forgot to do the snackles. We'll do that at intermission time. So you'll have to survive with just one hero point, except the guy who does the inner recap. But let's get into this. We got Dizzy. What's going on, Dizzy? Who you playing tonight? Background, that kind of thing.
I play Agatha, who is the witch of the group, and who has cheated death 4 times, and see if she can cheat it again for the 5th.
Yeah, she's pulling it off. She's surviving. And we got Kyle, of course. Introduce yourself, Kyle.
Howdy. I'm Kyle. I'll be playing at Norian, our frontline presence. He's Magus, which I'm really getting into. I like the versatility of it. And dipped into some Druid, too, for a little bit of extra nature flair. And yeah, we're going to see if we can hammer our way through, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Getting along good with that character. That's fun. Magus. A little bit of Druid. Your character's getting pretty complex. All kinds of things going on.
Yeah, plus kineticist thrown in on top of it.
You got some kineticist in there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's a human feat called multi-talented. Gives you an archetype.
Huh. Alright, so you got Druid, you got a kineticist. And
Magus.
And you're a Magus. Alright, well, we'll see how good he does tonight. You're leading the party into another combat. And bringing up the rear of the group, of course, is our dwarf, a cleric of Trud. How you doing, Ted? Introduce yourself.
Howdy. How's everybody tonight? I'm Ted. I am playing, once again, Father Cadwin of Clan Sunforge, our dwarven battle priest, who is ready as always. Hopefully not being tongue-tied with these prayers. Pull his weight, bring the heals, bring the hammering, and help these people cheat death as many times as possible.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. We're glad to have you back once again. It's always good to have that healing power of a cleric in the group. Just like it is to have a bard singing elven tunes to us, and that would be Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel.
Yeah, hey, I'm Rachel. I play, and tonight I'll be also playing Cypher, our oh-so-charming elvish bard rogue. Just reading back on my backstory and appearance, which, you forget to do from time to time, when you're playing a character for a long time. But I just want to reread it for you guys. Because I forgot how funny it was. Yeah, so Cypher is a tall, slender elven woman. Her serious appearance gives off the impression she may be unkind, which in fact is mostly true. Yeah. That's all I had.
Okay, that's enough said.
I just enjoyed the sarcasm that was in the appearance.
Awesome. Great. Fantastic. Well, we love having you, Rachel, once again. That character of yours known as Cypher. We'll see how well she does as she pops out of shadow mode tonight, because she missed the last session. See what she's up to. What secrets she has learned of the gauntlight. Yeah. Nada. Not a thing. And yeah, so everybody get your hero point. And we're going to go to our recap. That's you, Kyle. If you're up for it, go for it and you get an extra hero point.
Yeah, just over my notes here. We kind of picked up where we left off. Everybody kind of ran into this room, slammed the door from the poisonous, for lack of a better word, tentacle creature. Got turned around and got confronted by three. What was the name of those creatures? We've encountered them before, but yeah, they kind of gave us an ultimatum: leave or die, and we weren't having any of it. Tried diplomacy, that didn't work. So hammers came out. Pretty close knit fight. We were all pretty down and out as far as hit points go. Spells were spent. I remember it was pretty grueling. I remember a round and a half, I think. I was holding on with like 2 hit points or something like that. Just using defensive things. And then more creatures came in. Sheppy made a return, kind of popped out of a fire pit, and then did a blazing dive, which was very theatric. Classic Sheppy, I loved that. And then more creatures came into the kitchen that we were fighting, and it became pretty apparent we weren't gonna power our way through this one, so kind of yielded to them. They said go and get the leader of the cultists that we made a deal with up top, and we're going to have a hostage, so Norian surrendered to them. They gave the group 12 hours to go up, get Dulac, yeah, that's her name, Dulac, and then return. I think they did it with an hour to spare or something like that, and able to make a truce. And then we got a little bit of a side quest going on where these particular creatures want out of here. So note says dragon or demon. So I'm assuming we're either going to have to fight our way through a dragon or we're going to have to fight our way through that foggy, misty demon thing. Either one's going to be a party. And so yeah, we went and decided to do a bit more exploring while we healed and rested. And yeah, opened the door to a boathouse. It was all kind of gnarly and covered in fungal growth of all sorts of menageries. And we got greeted by this little feller here. He's charming little guy. Can't wait to bury the warhammer there, or get buried by it. One of the two. Very ominous looking feller, kind of ghouly, kind of necromancery kind of feller. Yeah. He kind of turned, said something. I don't quite remember what he said, but it was pretty apparent he kind of was out for blood and glory. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna leave up.
Excellent. So you get 2 hero points. All right, let's get into this. Okay, initiative is rolled, so everybody's an initiative tracker. We do have an encounter going on here. Just a little quick recap of the room entry here. This squat stone building, only 8 feet high, hugs the shore. You see 2 piers on the opposite side of this entrance you've passed through. 2 wooden docks, in fact. They jut from the building into the dark waters of this massive lake underground. The doors are caked with mold and lichen, as if they haven't been opened in years. And as soon as you step in, take a close look around, you see a boat hung up on the ceiling with chains. But near the boat, you see what looks like a small creature, a humanoid, maybe 3 or 4 foot tall if he stood up, which he does. He immediately begins to stand up, and that is the individual you've seen. He looks somewhat familiar, something like one of those strange undead gnome-like beings that you fought earlier on in the levels above. The level above. But this one seems different. he seems even more grotesque, more undead, desiccated. You see in his chest, you can see that there is these wisps of what looks like entities, small, translucent entities floating around within his chest cavity. Spirits. And as he opens his mouth to greet you, you see these wisps begun to come from his mouth. "Ah, at last you've come. I've waited for you. More souls for me. Soon I will rejoin my friends. Yes." And he begins to rise from the stone. And that's where we're going to begin this strange encounter. Okay, so he's up first in the initiative tracker. The first thing he's going to do is he begins to float above the ground as if he was taking flight. He begins to hover above the ground, right to the ceiling. Now, I believe the ceiling was 8 foot, so we'll assume that's 8 foot at the peak or somewhere in that mess in there, right where he's standing. So let's put him at 8 feet minus his height of about 3 or 4 foot. I'm just going to put 8 feet. We'll figure out the math. All right. And he does that first. And he continues to move. He's going to move over in this direction here, 5 feet. So that's all part of his fly move. Okay. So next, I got to write this down. You hear strange occultic mutterings coming from his cracked lips as wisps begin to wrap around his face, around his head even. These wisps that almost have their own little faces and mouths, and they begin to mimic the words that begin to come from his mouth. Very unholy. Cypher, you might recognize some of these words. It has some type of magical substance to it. He's casting a spell. And what this is going to do... Okay. He begins to wave his hands back and forth. He looks straight at you, Honorian, as you come into the room, looking somewhat surprised at the presence of this creature. And his palms shoot towards you, and you see this strange purplish, bluish glow pulse from his hands, and this beam of energy, not beam of energy, but a pulse of energy come flying straight at you in your direction. Let's see, range 30 feet. All right, let me see this. Well, there it is. It's harm. I put it in there accidentally. I didn't want to show that to you. So, what do I do? Click the number of actions I'm using?
And then I think I need to make a basic fortitude.
Yeah. DC 31.
29.
Nope, that's a fail, so you're going to take full damage on this. And here it comes, this energy. This says only 1d8, but it's actually cast at 3rd level, so it's going to be 3d8. Can they change that in here? Well, let me roll it once. Add 2d8 to it. Oh, we rolled a 1. 10 points of void damage. All right. So that was all on you. And he's done. We're going to move on to Cypher, who hears these mutterings and the crackle of energy beyond these walls. You could just barely see him at this point, Cypher. So you'll have to enter the chamber to get a good view of him for your spells.
I know the sound of trouble when I hear it. Oh boy. Oh, is that still not close enough? Interesting. Alright, so Cypher's basically just going to get in line. So I can't see anything from here. I just see the rooftop.
Let me see what you see. Huh. I guess it's taken that into account. I wonder if that's because he's 8 foot up. No,
I can't see a Norian either.
Yeah.
I just see their outline.
I'm invisible.
Oh, well then that makes sense.
No, I'm not invisible.
Oh, then that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, why can't you see in there?
I don't know. When I was here, I could, but I think it might be because it might think I'm, and that's weird because now more of it's available.
These maps here are made a little bit funny because they actually have roofs on them. And until you're actually in the chamber, you don't. It's kind of a translucent see-through of the roof. The roof is still there; you can see it. But once you get into the room, that all disappears, and you can see the room like you would any other chamber on the map. So it must have something to do with the map.
I think so. I've messed around in Foundry with similar functions. So yeah, that's exactly it. That's how I got my crow's nest on the ship to cooperate. Alright. Well, it's assumed I can see into. And, oh, there must have been an update to Foundry. And now there's 2 of me.
Oh my.
Oh no.
We got double trouble in here now.
I'm after my turn. I'm gonna have to refresh because Foundry's interesting.
Yep, I got to
Today,
refresh.
anyways.
Too. I got to refresh too. I see 3 of you.
Sir,
I didn't cast mirror image.
From foolery.
Good fun. Good fun.
Yeah, so I'm 30 feet from the monster. Or, not the monster, but, you know, the one we would perceive as a monster. She gets in line along with the others and will cast slow.
Remember, he's 8 foot up.
Oh,
Not sure you could see him through the doorway in the back. If you could get closer.
if I was here, or let me see from this. Wait. I'll just do this instead and direct it towards Anorian.
Yeah.
So go ahead and add the spell effect and heal 30.
Thank you.
That's my turn. I'm going to refresh now.
All right. Let me get my combat tracker back up because I refreshed. Plump. Okay, Cypher's done. Just remember, if you're outside the building, looking in through the doorway, which is normal doorway, it's kind of narrow. He's actually in the air, so you really can't see him. He's a little guy. So keep that in mind. Once you get at the doorway or into the room, you'll be able to see and target him. Okay, Norian, you're up, my friend. Go for it.
Yeah, it says he's 8 feet in the air. Could I still target him with a melee strike?
I was kind of hoping I thought the roof was actually bigger than 8 feet high, but it's not. So You would probably be able to reach him if you, let's see, 5, about 5
Good.
feet.
I'm going to spell strike.
If you get right underneath him, I'll let you attack him.
That's fine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spell strike with ignition. See how badly this is going to go. Miss. You know what? I'm going to hero point it. Hell with it. Still a miss. That's it for me. Missed with a 30.
Missed by 1. Okay. Gonna go to Agatha. What do you want to do, Agatha?
Alright, trying to think here. Gonna go with
Stag!
no.
That's alright.
Why not? We'll go with Caustic Blast. Place it right there. And then the DC save is 27.
Alright, describe what it looks like.
As she touches the, it seems like this really icky, disgusting looking vial of, well, it looks like a vial, but actually isn't. It's kind of a magic spell. As it hits the ground, it explodes, creating a, large area of, turn to the basically it's a basically acid is all I can really describe it as.
Okay, Norian, I think you got to make a save too. You're hit by this.
Yep.
Let me see. What's the template here? It's a 30. It's an area 5 foot. Oh, 5 foot burst. A 5 foot burst. So, yeah, I'll say you don't have to make the save. It's a very small burst area, and he's up in the air. I'll say you can get out of that without going prone. So you don't have to make the save. He, on the other hand, he failed his save, I believe. Where is it? Yeah, he failed. So what is that? 12 points of acid.
That is 12 points of acid damage.
All right. You could see the flesh and bone on this creature begin to sizzle, and smoke begins to appear, mixing in with the wisps coming from its torso and its mouth. He kind of pulls back in acknowledgement of your attack, and his eyes, his empty sockets, look towards you. And he hisses. Hiss! Okay. Can you get that template off of there, or do I have to do that? I'll do it. So acid splashes on the ceiling. You get out of the way. Agatha, you done?
Yeah, that's in my turn.
Okay. Cadwin, you're bringing up the rear.
Well, Cadwin sees the flash of purple from the void, so he's not having none of this. He's like, oh, no, Tread cannot allow this. Well, first we're going to move past everybody inside and get a better view of this little freak that's trying to hurt my buddies. And now that I can see this guy, I am going to cast. I'm going to play the same game he's playing, just on the good side of things. We're going to drop a heal spell on him as a 2 action.
Curse you! Curse you!
Save DC is 25.
Whoops, what did I do there? I rolled your damage. Ignore that. You can't see it anyway. I hit the wrong button. Let's make it public because it's fun. Okay. Success! So he takes half damage because he is undead. His skin begins to sizzle and writhe as the positive energy envelops his body. Curse you!
So he'll still take the 10 points of damage there, and that'll be my turn.
He hisses again. Hiss! Okay, round 2. He's up, and he's mad. He's angry. He sees you, dwarf. He sees you, Agatha. And he also sees you, Anorian, directly beneath him. Well, since you are underneath him, and he's not stupid, he knows he's kind of cornered here against the wall. He's gonna take the old 5-footer here. It's a step. It's a step.
He's flying though, isn't he?
He's still taking a 5-foot step. I think you can do that. I didn't think of that. Rachel, look it up.
I think it's just a fly, but yeah, I'll look it up.
I didn't think of that. You might be right, Anorian. Rachel will look that up. But go ahead and make your attack of opportunity if you want to do that. 33 would be a hit. Go ahead and roll your
Hit.
damage.
That'd be 21
All right,
bludgeoning.
21. I'll write that down. See what Rachel says. Kind of curious myself what it says.
Well, right off the bat, the old, pre-remaster, it says, unless it specifically says so, no, you can't.
They can't what?
But that you can't step in flight. Like, you have to have, like, airwalk. Or, like, in whatever spell or feat you have, it would specifically state you can step while doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have yet to just find something after the remaster. I have the book in front of me. Let's see if I can find something in the index.
Okay. For now, we'll go with that, so we'll apply the damage. But I am curious. Probably can't. So, all done? And once he gets here, let me see, is he on the boat? I wanted to get him onto the boat. He's kind of, yeah, I'm going to count him as, well, just to be good to you guys tonight, I'll spend another action moving into the boat. So you can't get under him now. That boat is like a shield. And he's got one action left. So he can't attack you, dwarf, because he has to be right over you. At this point, I'm saying he's not flying. He's not flying. Okay, just to be clear, he's actually in the boat.
Haha! You can't step using a speed other than your land speed.
Gotcha. So he could make the attack of opportunity then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, we'll say he did a move, which is what it was, and he moved 10, so he did one action to get here. Had an attack of opportunity on him. It hit him. Took 21 damage. He's got 2 actions left. We'll do that. He's going to target you, dwarf. I need you to make a will save as he begins to chant once again strange occult mutterings. Call to your god, dwarf.
Public or private?
Public. Oh,
Ooh.
There you go.
you were totally unaffected by whatever he was muttering. Trud is with you. Okay, we're going to go to Cypher.
I have a mouthful of banana.
Ooh, I got bananas
Sir-
too.
Surprise, that was my snack.
I didn't bring one.
Oh. I would share if I could.
Thank you.
So Cypher's gonna run in here. This is, I'm too far. This is getting me nowhere. And then immediately regrets the decision when she gets the full scale of how small this room actually is. She begins to feel claustrophobic. her allies and whatever this thing is, she's going to of course begin casting her, spell through musical means, and she'll cast Dirge of Doom. We haven't seen this one in a while.
Oh, she's breaking out the heavy hitters now.
And I also cast Shield.
Well, that's trippy.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna get rid of it. I just want to make sure that we knew how far the emanation goes. So she's singing like some dark, twisted, somber song.
Shield?
And Shield. I am the Eater of Souls.
How you doing? And that's just her on Sunday.
Go ahead, Anurian, you're up.
How far is that boat off the ground? I can't remember.
It's like as if he's like 8 feet up.
Okay.
So it's kind of where he would
Question.
be.
I casted Dirge of Doom. Do I notice if he's frightened or not?
I thought you cast something else. Let me look. Enemies within the area are frightened 1. They can't reduce their frightened value below 1 while they remain in the area. So basically the entire room, correct?
Oh yeah.
30-foot emanation. Yeah, set it on... Is it you? Yeah, set it on you.
Yeah, from me.
Forgot what to do. Gotta look at his immunities, I guess. Oh yeah, he's kind of cowering from the... Ye vile elf! Soulless elf!
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to bring the heavy hitters. He's going to look to Cadwin and shout, "Duck." As everyone could see, his eyes begin to glow purple. And he holds the warhammer aloft. And this spectral dragon begins to form above his head. We're going to cast Elemental Breath, 3 action.
Oof.
which means I get to choose the element that it does.
Ooh.
So we're going to do fire, and we're going to orientate ourselves in such a way that Cadwin is not affected by it.
You could do it. You could do it.
And this creature needs to make a DC 26 basic reflex. Now that just wasted a spell slot.
Three actions.
Yep.
Right. That was a resource loss.
Yeah, you only live once.
Agatha, you're up. Go ahead, Agatha Withertree.
All right. Let's see here. What do I have?
You should
You know,
ask,
let's
you
see what we can do here.
You got to remember to ask that question when your turn ends. So you're ready for the next turn. Go ahead.
All right. So she pokes her head back in. She's watching what's going on. She watches the creature and she goes, "You know what? Let's have a little fun here." So she's gonna try and cast fear on it.
Alright, so it's already frightened. So what's going to happen if you frighten it again? They won't stack. They're going to... The best one for you would apply. He's already frightened 1, so you'd have to get a frightened 2 on him for that to affect. You still want to do it?
Nah.
He's already looking a little scared up there in that boat. He's kind of ducking behind. Soulless elves!
Gonna use 2 actions and use electric arc on him.
There you go.
DC save is 27.
Oh, critical success.
Dear God.
So no damage. You got one more action.
With her last action, she's gonna move to the side and duck out of any possible reach of the creature. And that's...
Okay. Dwarf, you're up.
All right. Well, Cadwin's only at 4-7, so he didn't have to duck much. But we want to get a better view of this guy, 'cause I don't think I can see him very well from where I'm at. So I'm going to move across the room here.
Okay.
And from here, I am going to cast my remaining 2 turns, Divine Lance at him. And I'm going to... I'll take the miss.
His armor class is actually one better, we'll say, because of the cover of the boat. Alright, so you're done. We're going to go to round 3. He's up. Alright. once again, he begins to mutter. Peeking out from the edge of the boat, he looks down towards the elf. Vile, soulless creature! He starts to mutter words of the occult. Paralyze. Give me a DC 30 will save. Can you resist the stiffening of the limbs as these melodic? These words begin to entice you, or whatever. DC 30 will save.
I suppose I will. We started with the hero point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then I suppose I'll redo that.
Oh yeah!
There we go.
Success. The target is stunned 1.
She has resolve.
What's that?
When you roll a success on a will save, you get a critical success instead.
Oh.
I
Okay.
feel like some things on my character sheets changed a bit, so
I had the same thing.
yeah. Oh, I just got it at level 9. That's why it doesn't look familiar.
Yep, I
yeah.
just got mine too, yeah.
Yeah, so critical success.
All right. You cursed at the vile undead creature with resolve. Your words do not entice me. All right, we're going to go to Cypher. Oh, wait, I got another action for him. He's going to duck behind cover. He's not completely hidden, but he's going to have a +2 to his armor class. All right. Cypher, you're up.
The tune of my song changes just so slightly to something a little bit more encouraging and inflicts courage into my allies. I'm casting Courageous Anthem. Yeah, exactly that. And then I cast Ray of Enfeeblement. And it requires an attack and a save. So, chances are pretty low. Yeah, miss. Never mind. That's it. That's my turn.
You're up, Honorian.
Yeah, looking at this boat, can I see what's holding it up?
There's a couple chains on each end that stretch up to the ceiling where it's connected. The chains are pretty short.
But no lever to, like, drop it down or anything like that.
Not that you see. They're like hooked on the ceiling and hooked on rings on the boat. So it was manually lifted up to the hooks and clamped on.
Well, if it was manually lifted, I wonder if I can manually unlift it. Yeah, let's try that. I'm going to move under the boat and try to lift it off the hooks to negate this creature's cover.
We'll just put you under there. Let me put you right here. What do you want to be in the middle? Or do you want to...
Either side.
All right, so you want to try and unhook the one side of the boat?
Yeah, and then I can always go around to the other side next time.
All right, so one action to attempt it. Go ahead and make a... I could do a 1 and 6, but I'll let you make a roll. Make a... What is it? Whichever one you feel is appropriate. Acrobatics or athletics?
We'll do athletics. 26.
All right, let me get the DC here. This is going to be a simple DC. What'd you get? 26?
26.
All right, you do unhinge the back end of the boat, and the weight immediately comes down on you. You know it's coming down, but it's still hooked at the front. So you're balancing it right now. Do you want to let it go?
Is there a way I can use my last action to step toward the front, let the back drop?
You could do that.
And I'd like to do that.
All right, so your last action will be a stride.
Mm-hmm.
And the back end of the boat hits the bottom of the floor. It's long enough to actually hit the floor. I'm going to roll a d6 on this to see if the boat is damaged, because it might be important, or it might not. We're going to roll a... I'm going to say there's a 2 and 6. Now, if you stayed under there and didn't actually move, I wouldn't say there was a chance of damaging it. You could lower it down with your action instead, but you let it drop. So we're going to say a 2 and 6 chance that a crack that'll need to be mended happens. 2 and 6 chance of that happening. 3. So, yeah, as far as you could tell, it didn't crack. All right. Okay, we're going to go to Agatha.
Good.
Go ahead, Agatha. You hear a
All
crash in the room as the boat comes down on the floor.
Alright, she's gonna poke her head in, seeing where the creature is. She's going to, in a way, extend her reach to the creature, but she's gonna be using acid grip on him to see if she can bring more pain.
Let's see what this looks like.
DC save is 27. Says the creature takes half damage and no persistent damage, and the claw moves it up to 5 feet in a direction of your choice.
So roll your damage and then describe, or I'll describe this. 6 points. Half damage?
Half damage.
Okay. Did that put damage on him or not? I can't see where it did. Oh, whatever. All right, as Agatha peeks in through the crack, suddenly this green-looking hand appears, somewhat translucent, and rushes towards this creature, who sees it in fear. His empty sockets glare up at it as this hand begins to grip around his body tightly. And it begins to press within his rib cage and dissipate and disappear. And as it does so, acid just pours from its chest, and he howls in pain. Ah, curse you!
And that is the end of my turn.
Cadwin, you're up.
From right where I'm at, I'm not even going to move this time. From right where he's at, Cadwin is going to call to try to extend his hand, and a beam of divine energy will lance out from his hand towards the creature and cast divine lance.
Once again. Ooh. Critical. Well, wait a minute. I want to give him some cover. I'm not going to give him the full 2 this time, but I will give him the 1. So
Don't forget, you have Courageous Anthem as well, so that should actually be 36.
All right, so
Yeah, but
crosses
one
it
that-
out. So you actually got a 36 against his armor class of 27, which would be success. But you rolled a natural 20, which is going to make it a critical success. So you got crit. Double damage. Double damage, Cadwin.
That was single damage. I guess we'll double that. 24.
Okay, 24. Let me look at your things here. Divine Spirit, Sanctified, Manipulate. Okay. No! So he's definitely injured. You definitely whittled him down. And he's not
And
happy.
For my last action, I am going to cast Guidance on Anorian.
Thank you.
I heard a little kitten.
Me too.
A little mew. Alright, so guidance. Drag that to your tokens if you're within the range there. 30 feet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, Anorian's done. We're going to go to round 4. This nasty guy's up. He sits up, totally exposed at this point. He stands up, Anorian.
I'm under the boat. I don't think I can target him.
Yeah, that's
Can I?
true. That's true, you can't.
I got a boat in between us.
Is dropping to the ground a free action?
Yes.
Dropping prone, is that a free action, or am I thinking of another game?
Dropping prone is a free action, yeah.
Alright, so he did have to stand up. Because I was kind of counting him as somewhat prone. Yeah. So an action to stand up. Alright, you can't reach him, Anorian. But you notice his movement. You notice him beyond. Let's see. And he begins to hover above the boat towards this direction here. So he's back 8 feet up again. And he's got one more action. Darn it. He's going to spend another move. To get over top of the elf. That was stupid. But yeah. I moved twice and I could have just moved once. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move the one time. That was just stupid. And that'll leave him with one action. And with that, he is going to attack. He's going to reach down towards you. If he's directly over you, he can reach you, and you can reach him. He is hovering. Flying, rather. And he's going to attack you with a nasty claw with ugly, grody fingernails that are sharp and nasty. It reaches towards you. Elf.
My AC is 26.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. So that's a critical hit. Uh, 50 points of slashing damage cuts into you. Also make a fortitude save. As you feel the very energy in your body begin to leave you. The DC was 24, so you succeeded.
Oh, I put it in blind.
I got it. 26, right?
That's my AC, yeah.
That right there is what you rolled.
Oh.
26. All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right, so you took your damage. That was pretty nasty. Made your save. And I guess that's it. Let me take a quick gander. Alright, so he's going to gain some hit points from that successful hit. And you passed your save, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on. Gonna go to Cypher. What do you do after this claw reaches down from the air above you? And these eyes, empty sockets, stare at you. Soulless elf.
I will cast a spell. It's practically on top of me. I cast Resilient Spear. On the creature.
That thing again. Okay. So he's in this big bubble, it just appears around him as he hovers in the air. What is this? What is this? Hiss!
And she's just like, I'm out.
If you drop prone, I will say that you're out of reach.
Oh, well, that...
If you want to.
No, she's gonna get out. Out of reach. He can just kind of lower himself
A little bit.
and be in reach.
A little bit.
I do want to skedaddle, but I can't click on my character. Can you just put me to that, and then I'll count 5 feet and on for my speed, because I can't drag him out. Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong
Thank you.
one.
That's alright. We got there.
If I move your character, it'll create a duplicate. So it's probably better I didn't.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay,
Put him,
Norian.
I bubbled him and I got out.
All right, so he's bubbled right now.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you attack him, you technically attack the bubble.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
So either make your escape or we can regroup out here. Someone can close the door.
Oh, did I have to make a reflex save?
Maybe. Yes.
There's no button to click.
No, surprisingly they did not include one.
Alright, so what's your spellcasting DC? Reflex.
27.
Alright. 30. So no
So,
bubble.
Nope, so it was a success. So the sphere functions normally, but it just has 10 hit points instead of 40.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Yeah, and Norian will kind of look to Caedwin. We need to regroup. Let's go outside. And he'll actually go out as well. That's it for me.
Okay, Agatha, you're up. Norian has joined you outside. Say, regroup, regroup.
Still choosing to. Let's see here. She'll move up to poke her head in the door, see where everybody is. Let's see here. She's then going to back up and get next to Cypher. And that'll be the end of it.
Okay, Cadwin, go for it. You're the only one in the building. Your friends are gathering outside. Creature seems preoccupied with a bubble.
Actually, you'll only move there for 20 feet. And he'll shut the door.
Okay, slam. Alright, let me see what the creature does as we go to round 5. Hardness 10. You hear a loud. I don't know if it was loud. Cypher, you're up as the creature is standing in the doorway, the door now open. He's not flying at this point. He's on the ground. Let me take that off. He's hard to see because of the friends that are in front. So his armor class will be boosted. +2 in this case. Let me get rid of that. Okay.
While he's in the doorway, she's just gonna fling some debris at him.
Telekinetic projectiles. Plural.
What loose objects do I find? I'm assuming like a rock.
Lots of little spongy mushrooms. There's some loose gravel and stones. There's something in there that'll function as a bludgeoner. A little bludgeoner.
Alright. Actually, before I cast that, I'll cast Courageous Anthem so I can get that boost. And then she'll launch an attack. Oof, I cannot roll today.
God, have mercy.
Well, I'm assuming it just hits against the side of the house, and that's my turn.
Thud. You covered a Norian with mushroom guts.
He just kind of looks over at Cypher because I'm going to cast over the dwarf, I'm going to cast Vitality Lash. I need this creature to make a DC 25 basic fortitude save.
I think that's you. That was me.
At least that was only a cantrip.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll move down here. On the other side of the door and wait for it to pass through.
You're up, Agatha Withertree.
Alright, you said with them being in front of the creature, it makes it difficult to see. Being where I currently am, I really can't see the creature at all because it's hidden. Can
You
I
could-
ready an action?
You could see him if you want. His armor class is going to be bumped up
Okay.
+2. He's about 20 feet away from you. The dwarf is in the way, so they're about the same size. Well, I think the dwarf's a little taller. So if you want to
Alright.
attack, go ahead. Otherwise, do something else.
Alright, see here. Gonna do double action and cast. Let's see here. Slashing gust at it.
Do you have 2 hands free?
Here you go.
Got a crit.
Did you?
Alright, rolling damage. That's
Slashing.
17. But since I got a crit, I would make that double, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. I got it.
Yeah.
It's 34. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, Catawin, you're up.
When not like that door being open with this thing in his face now. Cadwin is going to take a step back, and then he is going to call out to Trud and extend his hand as a blazing ray of light launches from his hand towards the creature. I'm going to hero point that one.
Hit. So you bathe him in holy light, the light of Trud.
This does have the holy tag to it.
Fully what?
This does have the holy descriptor to it, so I think it's do extra damage to him.
I don't know. What does it say in the description? Target.
It says
The unholy trait. You deal an extra 5d6. It does have the unholy trait. You're right. The presence of evil is strong in this creature.
So total of 32 damage.
Total of 32 damage. Give yourself a hero point. I like the description. Excellent. Ah! And this time the creature reacts almost definitely towards you, Trud, and your false gods. His body begins to shake and quake, and you could see the white glow of a positive energy that begins to emanate from this evil creature, this unholy creature. And parts of him almost become momentarily translucent. It's so bright and powerful. But he still stands as the glow begins to die down. Are you done? I think you are.
Now in there, yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to round 6. As this resilient creature's taken some major damage there. He's badly injured. He does not look pleased.
Don't forget to add your courageous anthem.
I keep forgetting that.
You know,
Yeah. Should have been one more point of damage.
was it?
I did my part. I do damage through other people.
Yeah, 'cause we can't roll damage tonight to save our asses.
Yeah. Alright, awesome.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh. He's focused on the, you know what, I gotta roll dice for this. That hit really was distracting. So I'm gonna say, as he makes this move out of the doorway, is he gonna turn and square up against the dwarf? I'm gonna say there's a 4 and 6 chance he's gonna be focused on you, dwarf. Otherwise, Anorian. You can make. Well, this will be a step. He's gonna step with this action, just to avoid that freaking attack of opportunity. So what I save 4 and 6 on the dwarf.
Yeah.
All right, so he's focused. He's focused on Anorian with a roll of 5. He spots you, Anorian, waiting for him. He takes a 5-foot step out in front and turns to square up against you, and he is going to. I don't want to describe this. In fact, I don't want it to be public. Huh. I just have to touch you. No attack roll. Ouch. So he reaches to grab at you. You can see right away, 3.5. Touch attack armor class. Not here. We don't have that. So it's just going to be an automatic hit on you. As he touches you, you defend yourself.
Is it a spell?
No. I guess it. I don't know what it is. It kind of is. It does have the divine. Doesn't say magic, but it has the divine trait, which is a tradition of magic. So I'm thinking it might have kind of like a spell, but it's not a spell. It's not casting anything. It doesn't have the attack trait either. It's an action. It's 2 actions. Death and Divine. It's not counted as a spell. It's not counted as an attack. The creature touches a creature within reach, dealing so much damage. You get a basic saving throw. Blah, 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 blah. So that's the way I'm going to treat it, just the way it's written. So there's no attack roll. It's just you're within reach. You're going to suffer this damage. I'm going to make this public. $31. Okay, you're safe. Make a basic reflex save to avoid some of that damage. Fortitude.
23. Fortitude or reflex?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's fortitude. I'm not on my game tonight for some reason.
Yeah, because I rolled reflex, but I can roll fortitude if you want.
Yeah, roll fortitude, please. DC's 26.
You know what? I'm going to hear opponent. What the hell? Even worse.
18. Ouch. Alright, so you take full damage. So whatever I rolled there. I guess 31. Yeah. 31 damage.
Got it.
And that is it. That took 2 actions. Cypher, you're up. This creature's in a frenzy now. You see him weighing in there on Anorian. He's following you.
Times like these that she wishes she had some sort of holy magic. Yeah, that other spell worked so well, but she's got nothing like that. Instead, she's going to cast Courageous Anthem to continue this courageous song. And then I'm actually going to cast Soothe.
Everybody drag that to your token. Spell effect, Courageous Anthem. How does Soothe work? What is it? Are you singing, or is this a... You grace the target's mind.
Yes, much like other spells. They're being sung and gestured. So that it might come with like a flourish, like a dance.
There you go. I like it. Give yourself a hero point.
Boy, do I need it. But that's my turn.
Okay, we're going to go to Norian.
I'm going to, once again, spell strike with ignition.
Okay.
Nope. So, last action, I'm actually going to try to... Yeah. Let's try to shove him back inside the room.
Shove. Athletics. I think it's his fortitude, right? DC. I'll look it up.
Yep.
Go ahead, make athletics. As he tries to resist your push.
27.
Fortitude DC. Where is it? You needed a 30.
Not good enough.
Failure is just failure, so that's the end of that. Agatha, Withered Tree, you're up.
She's watching what's going on, and Cypher, if she's paying attention, she's gonna watch Agatha raise a hand towards the creature. The tattoos on her starting to glow this eerie blue while her eyes start to light up like an ocean blue. And from both sides of the building, you start to see the water actually starting to creep up towards and then around Anorian and from the other side, attempting to wrap around the creature's neck as she casts Grasp of the Deep.
Excellent. Give yourself a hero point.
DC is 27.
Critical success. Unaffected.
Well, that was a waste of a spell.
Boy, your spells are just not getting through on this guy.
End of my turn.
You got your hero point, right?
I got it.
Good. All right, next we're going to go to Cadwin as we close in on round 7.
All right. All this is going on. Water's acting crazy. Spells are going off. Cypher's dancing behind him. Cadwin's gonna stand there and he's gonna pray to Trud. Trud, give us strength, heal my allies, and help us defeat this foul beast. As he casts heal as a 3 turn action, and it explodes in a 30-foot burst around him.
Ooh. So everybody will get healing from this. This creature is undead. He's going to take damage, whatever you roll. He's got to save, though, against it. So everybody take your healing first. 11 points. And let's roll his save. He's going to attempt to save. Gets this positive energy. He succeeds by 1, so it'll be halved, so it's going to be 6 points. 6 points. But he feels it. He's definitely injured. You're having a substantial effect on him, Cadwin. The holy power of Trud is shining bright here. It's paying off. All those years in monastery. Finally. Anything else?
That was all my actions.
Okay, round 7. He's in a fury now, in a rage. It's obvious who his next victim will be. He looks to you, Holy One, dwarf. And he's going to attempt to touch you. So let's roll some dice. I'm not going to put this public. So make a fortitude basic save. Critical success. You take no damage. The power of Trud is definitely with you.
Trud says no.
Let me double check that. Yeah, you got a critical success. No damage. You would have taken quite a bit. Damn it. And he's going to... This is a powerful attack because it doesn't have the attack trait. And I guess it's not a spell. So it's not casting a spell. It's just 2 traits, death and divine. I don't know what this really is. So there's no attack of opportunity on it or things like that. So there's 1 action left, and that's going to be an attack as he reaches to strike at you, dwarf. And this will be considered his first attack. 27. Does that hit you? Hit you by 1. Alright, so make a fortitude save. This isn't basic. Just make a fortitude save and then I'll do the damage. DC is 24. You got a 21.
Yeah.
You gonna take it?
How was it all hero pointed?
Alright, you're gonna be drained. The damage is a different subject. Oh, you hero pointing it?
Yeah, I hero pointed it.
You got a 36. That's... Alright, so you're not drained. Get rid of your drained. The damage is going to be 36 points. No, sorry, 29 points. 29 points of slashing damage. And you made your save.
All right. As a reaction, he's going to cast Blood Vendetta.
What is this?
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to see this.
Ha, nice. You
I think
curse the target, punishing it for having the audacity to spill your blood. The target takes 2d6 persistent bleed damage and must attempt a will save.
Agatha has that spell too.
So I gotta make a save.
Yeah, well, DC 25.
Did it roll? So
Yeah. You got a 29 for your save. I gotta roll the damage again. All right.
So I was successful with the save? Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a success. Target takes half the persistent bleed damage,
Okay.
and it would be 7 points of damage, so half of that.
He's not immune to it, so I guess he's got persistent damage going on here. Spell effect, Blood Vendetta. Let me drag that to him.
Oh, that's for a failure, though.
Oh.
I think you just take half the damage, and that's it.
Oh. So he doesn't have persistent damage.
No, because you succeeded in your save, so you just take half the damage.
Okay, I got you.
You have to get either a fail or a crit fail in order to get the persistent damage.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's an awesome spell, though.
Yep, Cypher. When am I going to learn to play Pathfinder? It's taking forever.
Never gonna happen.
No.
I will continue to cast Courageous Anthem. Get this on again. This time I will try to land a hit by producing some fire, some flames.
Persistent.
Ah.
29 armor class, armor class, armor class, armor class, armor class, armor class, armor class. 31.
I'm gonna just reroll. Well,
Nope.
We got the highest roll either one of us have had all night.
alright, that's it. Don't forget to add Courageous Anthem to your tokens. The least I can do is give you guys +1 a hit.
I'm gonna need it. Yeah, Honorian's just gonna shout to Caitlin, flank around the creature. He's gonna hold the hammer aloft for a moment and get really still before you would all then see the head of the warhammer turn into this glacially frost. So yeah, 1 action to recharge spell strike, 2 actions to spell strike. Ray of Frost. Fucking 3.
No reroll.
Nope, I'm out of hero points. So that's it for me.
All right, get a hero point. You can use it now if you want, or not.
Fuck yeah, I'll use it.
All right.
Oh, that's a hit. All right.
There you go.
Much better. Glad it worked for you.
Yes. So that'll be 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to take an additional 14 points of cold damage.
He's near death. He's starting to hobble.
Finally starting to come alive. That's all I got.
I get the wither tree.
From that, she's going to cut a hold of the ice that just came from a Norian, and she's going to use. She's going to use frostbite to try and see if she can really bring the damage home, if possible, and going to do double action.
What is this double action you speak of? Is that a thing in the remaster? Or is that just Dizzy?
Using both hands.
Yeah, that's another thing in the remaster.
Basic fortitude save.
27.
Alright, let me do that before you damage. Doesn't really matter. 31 success. So what damage you roll is going to be halved.
Half of 21.
Okay. And anything else about this? Spell effect, frostbite? Do I have to drag that? Text critical damage, base fortitude save, and critical fire. The target also gains weakness 1 bludgeoning until the start of the next turn. So that's doesn't apply. All right, you're done. You got one more
That's it.
action. Okay. You don't want to use your action for anything.
Let's see here. I'll look to see if I can.
Threaten him. Recall knowledge. Anything. Or not.
Going to attempt to do recall knowledge to see from her memory if she's ever read about this creature.
Alright, religion.
Alright.
It's going to be really hard. You've never seen anything like this creature. Not even the gnomes above ground, or above. The level above are like this. This one is really intense.
Public or private?
Private. He looks like a walking carcass.
Rolling
Looks like he's been laying here for a long time. And yeah, you don't glean anything else from that.
End of turn then.
Okay, Cadwin, you're up.
So Cadwin's going to heed Nori's advice, and we're going to hit a 5-footer there. He's going to attempt to recall knowledge on this thing, see if he's read anything, seen anything in any manuscript or tomes, or heard the high priest talk about anything remotely like this.
Religion.
Now that he's thinking more, not just reacting calm or trust, he's going to see if we can actually figure something out about this.
Okay, blind and religion. Doesn't seem to be anything really that unusual about him, except these smokes that almost look like some type of spiritual entities that are floating around within him. They seem to almost have a mind of their own. But you don't really learn anything else.
And then he's going to smack it with his warhammer.
You will. I'm at class 29. With off guard. So 32. That's going to be a hit. I'll take a short break after this. 15 damage, bludgeoning. Ah! Describe how you fell this foul, unholy creature. Cadwin.
Yeah. Catwoman just moves over to flank it like Norian suggested. He tilts his head and he looks at it, he stares at it. And he really just focuses on these entities and the spiritual, whatever that is right there in his chest. And he's like, that don't belong. So he draws the hammer back, calls out the trudge for strength, and smashes it through his ribcage, releasing the spirits and ending its life. Its unlife.
And that's exactly what happens. They begin to dissipate as they float up towards the black sky, or the black cavern ceiling. Cypher, give yourself a hero point. Cypher, hero point. And once again, silence falls upon the companions, except for the sounds of heavy breathing and prayers muttering from the dwarf. Norian, you almost fall back into the building. You're really exhausted after this fight. Really took it out of you. You feel like you've been working double shifts for the past week. It's pretty rough.
I have been. He just kind of collapses against the stone for a minute, kind of lays his head back. Well, I'm glad we fell back out of there. I doubt that would have went any better if we'd actually in there with this ugly-looking creature. He's gonna kick it.
And your foot just goes through its rib cage, cracks all the bones, like as it was hollow inside. Lifeless once
Just
again.
like an undead.
Catwoman's going to poke it a little bit, see if there's anything different that may have allowed it to collect these souls as opposed to anything else that they've come across. Or if they just happen to be a unique type. He's trying to see if there's anything different about it.
That'll be a recall knowledge. It'll be a little bit harder this time, because you already made one attempt. Go ahead. Blind religion check. Nope. There's something about it. This creature stands out, but you can't place it. You don't know what it is outside of the obvious. There's something else. You also don't find anything on his pockets or anything like that. And that's it.
Can I roll an Arcana to see if I can study what type of magic it was using?
What's your traditions? Primal,
Arcane,
arcane,
and Primal, yep.
primal and arcane. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when I'm not really doing a recall on the creature. I'm doing a recall on the magic it used.
Yeah, go ahead and make a Arcana or Primal check. Anyone.
Well, it was kind of described at the beginning of combat
It was.
that I somewhat recognized that he was using occult spells.
I forgot. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. So maybe if as you're sifting through its belongings or just kind of looking at the whatever remnants of battle, maybe I recognize what you're trying to do, and I just inform you.
Yeah, with all that bonuses going on, it's you verify that it's casting some type of occult magic.
I'm not familiar with this tradition.
But
You know some of its spells.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You know some of the spells it was using. What would be a good defense against it? And he's saying this while he's got his spell book out, taking notes.
She kind of snarkily responds, "Stay out of range." That's how you protect yourself.
That's not going to happen.
I can't speak for every occult type spell, but most of the ones I'm familiar with um, trick the mind.
Agatha glances at Cypher.
Cypher just gives like a side eye, like, what?
So they target the mind. Odd school. Arcane normally targets the elements. Primal, nature, divine. He kind of motions to Caedwin. Obviously, the divine. I'll have to do some more research on the occult.
Well, don't get lost in all of that research.
I might need a partner to go delving into the arcane studies of occultism.
Well, maybe along this journey we'll find somebody. So what's inside this house?
Cadwin just kind of chuckles and heads back into the building.
Yes, let's check this building out. Kind of peculiar where it sits here along this underground lake.
Indeed, I think the drow lady suggested that her father or sister was slain near a lake. I would assume that this is the said lake.
Are we gonna drain it and collect the body?
Well, she said it was in shallow water, so perhaps our second relic might be along the shoreway.
Wouldn't hurt to take a look, but first, I don't know if anyone else is feeling gravely injured after that battle, but I surely could use a patching up.
I'm exhausted. He kind of just looks ran down, like he's kind of almost half pale. You can tell he's very sleep deprived.
All right, let's go into a healing mode here, and we'll take a short break, and we'll come back to this. All right. So let's go to intermission. Agatha, your stream there.
All right.
All right, be right back, folks. Yes. All right. All right, here we are. Part 2 of our big episode 101. We're going to pick up where we left off, which is right here, right post-combat against this strange, undead, gnomish creature. Quite powerful, quite resistant, but the companions managed to wear him down and defeat him. So, we're going to see what the party does next. They've got a little boathouse here. There's a boat in there half down, hanging off some chains. This house has some piers coming off it. There looks to be this large, huge lake, much like the one on the level above. Except this one doesn't have that strange mist. For those of you with dark vision, you would probably be able to see quite a bit as you go close to the shore, see what's lying out there. There doesn't seem to be any other boats. If you wanted to jump on a boat, that boat could be taken down, as demonstrated by an Aryan, and used. You have a couple potential side quests, as it were, seeking out some monsters, one to the east, one to the south. One to the east being a dragon. To help the Caligni, but who wants to help them anyway? We're not lawful good. Screw them. Or you could. There's a reward at stake. Quite powerful reward, they assure you. They only want to survive. Get home. That kind of thing. But there's also the lens. One of which you already have. There's 2 more out there somewhere. Lenses that can help you to perhaps defeat Belcora. And as this conversation goes on and bandages are flying and you're healing each other on the outside of this building here, Cadwin, you sense tremors. You sense tremors in the ground once again. You've been hearing them infrequently, off and on. Your dwarven senses are quite keen to such things. You remember the last time you heard tremors coming from the earth? It was an unpleasant surprise, to say the least. But you are feeling them again, and they're getting stronger. And Anoran, as your back rests against the stone surface of the building, you too feel it, vibrating on your spine. Tremors.
That doesn't feel good.
Or maybe it does, like a massage.
Hey, I could go for one. But, yeah, Honorian's just going to kind of stand up straight after a moment, kind of look around to everybody. Did anybody else feel that?
You talking about the tremors? I've been feeling that. They're getting stronger.
Don't like it. Belcora is gathering power. We need to move.
All right, so if anyone wants to do any healing, do it now.
Can Agatha put her hand to the ground and see if she can figure out where the tremors might be coming from?
Blind perception.
All right, incoming roll.
You guys figure your healing. While she
Yeah, in the
does that.
meantime, I'll do my healing.
I'm trained in medicine, but I can.
Roll incoming.
Yeah, I can do the healing too.
Actually, if you could do the healing for me, that'd probably be better since I don't have a toolkit to do the healing.
Borrow mine.
I've got one.
Alright, I'll, in a sense, just use yours. Either one. Well, it's still a pass.
Yeah, we'll kind of move over to Cadwin to get his wounds tended to. I have a feeling we're going to need all the health we can get.
Yes, let's make sure we're in tip-top shape, because I'm sure that wasn't even the worst guy down here.
That's what she said.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to treat wounds on both of them, DC 30. See if I can't get us some extra health back here.
Desperately need it. Thank you.
Actually, I think if it's allowed, I'm going to use guidance on myself for both of these skill checks and use assurance, which gives me a 30, so I would automatically succeed.
Yeah, if you got assurance.
So I'll do that, and I'll heal 2d8 plus 30 to both of you guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Caitlin. If you were a lady, I'd probably kiss you.
Since we're going, and she asked first, and we'll do ladies first anyway. Cypher will get 36 back.
So how many 10-minute periods are we talking here? 2 of them or 1?
Looks like 2 at least.
Yeah, 2.
And 38 back to the Norian.
Thank you.
Any luck with that roll?
You were trying to see if you can tell if there's tremors?
She was going to put her hand down and see if she could figure out where, or at least a rough location of where the tremors might be coming from.
It's coming from all around you. You can definitely feel it now that you're feeling for it. And it's a little bit more present as you linger here for 20 minutes. And it's kind of consistent. You feel it. It's getting a little bit stronger as you sit here.
If we're willing to do another 10 minutes, I can myself. If not, we can move on.
I think Cypher needs the healing, so you can do 10 minutes. I'll investigate the boathouse. That'll take me at least 10 minutes.
I'm going to suggest while you're all doing the healing and everything, I suggest we all get inside the boathouse and just stay inside.
Yeah, everyone had already moved in.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
You
right.
really want to say that?
Right now, I'm too tired not to.
Yeah. Half hour went by.
Alright, I think I might have been confused with some of the healing. I took the 36 that you healed me, which would then make me immune, so I don't know who the 46 isn't. Okay, you.
That's for
okay.
me.
Okay, good. I'm like, because Kyle said, oh, Cypher needs healing, and then I'm like, wait, no, I already took the healing, and then more dice was rolled. We're good.
Cat heard she needs more healing, which she took as, yeah, we can spend 10 more minutes. Like, great, I got myself.
Okay.
Yep,
Meanwhile,
my fault.
Cypher's
Totally
just
sorry.
running around confused.
Yep, my fault. Totally sorry.
Okay. So you've locked yourself in here. Now the other doors, there's nothing really in here. This hasn't been used in, it looks like, ages. On the doors, you can see that near the walls of the door, you can see it looks like there's lichen growing in through the cracks, coming in from the outside. There is a lever that you can open it with. But it pushes outward. In case you're curious. Nothing else in here. The boat is clinging to 2 small chains dangling from the roof, basically. Again, as Enorian demonstrated, that's how you would take it down. You just push up and get them off the hooks. You got access to the boat. The doors look like they might lead to those piers that are just outside the building. Who's listening at the door?
Agatha is.
Okay, I thought so. Agatha,
And
well,
Norian's taking down the boat.
as the boat's being taken down, give me a perception check. Blind. Agatha.
Rolling coming.
Norian, you get the boat down. On its side, you can move it through the door, you estimate.
Roll on its way.
You hear nothing. What would you like to do?
She's going to move to the other door that's facing the pier directly across from her to see if she can hear anything from that side.
Yeah, you can give me another blind perception. Anybody else doing anything?
I'll take a listen at the northern door once I get the boat down.
The boat's down. Give me a blind perception. Anybody that's listening. Agatha.
Give me 1 second here, Mike.
Okay.
I gotta do a refresh here real quick.
It's okay. I'll make the roll for you. Make it blind.
Cypher whispers to Cadwin. She's just like, they do know this leads over the water, right?
That's precisely why I took the boat down, Cypher.
Agatha, you hear a splash in the water just outside the door. Sound loud.
Is she able to figure out how loud it was?
It's like somebody took a big rock and threw it in there. 10-pounder.
We might have company outside.
Well, let's say hello.
Alright, let's welcome it to the family.
With that, Agatha is just going to simply move out of the way and she's going to step up right beside Cypher.
Norian will head to the door.
The cat will step up and open the door.
You push on the door, it doesn't give, Cadwin. But you put a little extra hoop behind it, and it begins to give, and mud begins to fall inward to the inside of the room. Kind of an indication it maybe it's similar to the door that you came through that had a board across it. So if you want to give me a little quick athletics check, if you'd like to just push it down.
Could I assist him?
Go ahead and make your roll.
Public or private?
Annoying first. Go ahead and make your roll. He's going to try and assist you as you both go at it. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Blind athletics, or public athletics check. Sorry. All right, so we'll give you a +2 on that roll, Cadwin. You make your roll with a +2. It's an athletics check.
Just put the beard into it, my dwarven friend.
No problem. The door kicks through. It's not a critical, so the door comes off its hinges. And there you see, as Cadwin steps forward with the light, you can see directly over the pier and out into the water. Norian. You don't see anything. You hear the frogs and flies. There's kind of a stench the water's giving off. Not as rancid as the one above. But yeah, it's not pleasant. You wouldn't want to go swimming here on a weekend. Mondays
He'll
are okay, though.
Yeah, Mondays are fine, but he'll relay that to the rest of the group that it's kind of yucky, kind of nasty, but it's also going to be a whole lot of fun. And he'll kind of motion to the boat. That's precisely why I brought the boat down. We need to explore the shallows and see if we can find this lens. Unless you'd like to go swimming. I wouldn't advise it. There's things in that water that even Caedwyn's god couldn't cure.
Well, let's get to it then.
Okay, if that's
I
what you
mean,
want.
I have my shark capability.
Ew.
She looks at her and goes, I don't do cute.
I'd rather be baked and boiled than swim in this. As he's lugging the boat on its side through the door.
Okay, I want to help him get it into the water.
Seems stable enough, I think.
Somebody give me a D20 roll. Public. Rachel.
Who do you want to...
Rachel, you give me a D20 roll. Straight up just D20.
Please roll well.
Hey, it's not in my hands. Above average, I guess.
I'll
Okay.
take it.
Okay, next, Dizzy, give me a D12.
I'm worried.
Okay, give me a second here. Okay. Thank you. All right, so you grab hold of the boat together and you work your way out onto the pier. It's a little shaky, like it hasn't been used in a while, but it's stable. Who's keeping watch? Dizzy?
Agatha.
And Cypher? Okay.
Yeah.
With your dark vision, you look out into the water. Occasionally, as your friends are moving the boat through towards the edge of the pier, you see ripples in the water. Cypher. Like as if something dropped in the water, although you can't hear anything. Or something popped its head out of the water. Who can say? But ripples nonetheless. And the ripples head towards the shore. Might be something out there. Agatha, of course, you're pretty sure there's definitely something in that water. The boat gets into the water. No leaks. Seems to be quite stable. And if you go back into the room, I'm going to make something visible for you. You didn't notice it at first, but you find a small chest inside the boat towards the back. And it falls kind of forwards as you're carrying it out. It almost falls out, but you manage to get this little chest. You notice it now. What do?
Looks at Cypher and pokes her.
Well, Anurian, you and the dwarf would be the first ones to notice this little chest. What do you do?
Norian will call it out. to everybody in the room that we've found a chest.
Well, crack it open. Let's take a look.
I will present to cracking at this point.
You sure you just want to open up a chest that you found? All right.
Mm,
There's no thieves here or rogues to search for traps. Why not? Let's open it up. The lid
Can-
pops open.
oh
Too late.
boy.
It has been opened.
Wait, who opened it though?
And Nurian did.
Oh, okay. So
So
I'm
if
like, I just said to open it, not that anyone actually did. But go ahead.
If you go back into the room, you will find a token you could click on. You could click on that and find some goodies. If you want to spend the time figuring out what these things are, you find a dagger. An unusual dagger, as it says. Not sure what that one is there. Doesn't say. And you find some liquid. Vial of liquid.
I'll examine the dagger.
What the heck is this thing?
Agatha's gonna go back to listening.
I'll get to you in a second. What is this?
You know it's not gonna be a good day whenever you got the DM going, what is this?
I don't know, it's the way it's written. I shouldn't reveal that right away. Yeah, so if you want to take the time to figure out what these things are. The third thing, I don't know how to describe it. Let me look at it again. Not sure what this is. The coolest thing in there, I can't figure out what this is. It's either a this or a that. So if somebody wants to try and figure out what that is, go ahead and make a roll to do so. Just so I can reveal the damn thing. Go ahead and make a
I don't have that skill, sir.
I don't see it listed. I'm looking. I'm looking.
All right, I'm going to reveal this because it's not actually something secretive.
Yeah.
It is. Well, actually, it clicked a button. Go ahead and make any of the 4 traditions for your check. You can all do this. I don't care.
Shauna coming your way.
Okay.
I'll cover us with occultism.
Okay. Religion.
Just watching while listening at the doors.
Come on, Diz. Throw in Primal to the mix.
Primal.
Somebody take something? Yeah, somebody already hiked something. It's gone.
Yes, I'm going to examine the dagger once I get done examining this unusual liquid.
So I've revealed what needs to be revealed. You found a feather token. And the other item is armor potency. I'm not exactly sure what this is.
It's a rune.
Sounds like a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't it have to be on a rune stone? I guess maybe it is? I don't know. Wait a minute, I gotta identify it again. Magic wards. Deflect attacks. Increase the armor's item bonus to armor class by 2. That's what this does. The armor can be etched with 2 property runes. It's like it's describing armor. The armor can be etched with 2 property. Maybe it's in reference to what this rune does. I think it's some type of rune. You can upgrade the armor potency rune already etched on a suit of armor to a stronger version, increasing the values of the existing rune to those of the new one. You must have the formula of the stronger rune to do so, and the price of the upgrade is the difference between the two runes. Craft requirements. You are master in crafting. So I think this is a... I don't know if the remaster has changed things in terminology. It's some type of armor potency rune that you would etch on your armor. I think that's what it is. And I guess it's on a rune stone automatically.
Yeah.
It's worth yeah, there's no praise in this game. It's worth 1,060 gold pieces. It's worth a mighty sum.
Yeah. And then what do I need to roll for the unusual dagger?
So if you want to distribute those, they're in the box. You can take them with you and use them at a later time.
Unless somebody objects, I'll take the feather token.
Yeah, the rune isn't really useful until you get it put on some armor, which is downtime. So, future use for that. Let's see. You can make any of the 4 traditions. Kyle.
On the way.
You guys rolled pretty good, so I'm just going to do 10 minutes on this. Let's identify this. You know what it is. You've seen this before, talked about many times in old tales and sagas. It's a +2 striking dagger.
Well, shit.
So if you want to equip that, that's pretty powerful.
It is.
That's the most powerful striker you guys got. It's a freaking dagger.
Most powerful weapon I have, and guess what? I'm gonna use it.
Now you
Do you want me to roll for perception?
You didn't already? Go ahead.
Okay.
You could take the rune on that dagger and put it on your sword.
I'm thinking about it. Next time we get back to town.
All right. That's out of the way. Treasure chest is too corroded and beat up to be of any value. All right.
Roll incoming.
Now, what exactly were you doing? You're just keeping an eye out on the water?
She's got her ears up into the water, and also she's trying to listen if there's like any movement like outside of the building.
Oh, you hear feet, many feet. Some loud, some very tip-tappity. And they're coming from the shore side, closest to the door you entered the building through. Many feet.
Remember how I said I definitely feel like we got somebody outside? Well, we got confirmation there are people outside.
Orion draws the dagger. Let's do this!
I got 3 hero points and a +2 striker.
Yep,
Dagger.
yep. And a whole list of cantrips. Bring it.
Agatha, do you rush back to the door to make sure it's secure or peek out? Do you do anything? There's no way to get back into that room unless you go back where you were. No? Okay. You guys could jump in the boat and sail off. Well, there's no... Well, there is oars inside. Doesn't say if it does or not, but I'm going to assume there's oars in this thing. If not on the walls inside the boathouse. So you got a pair of oars. The boat's in the water. You jump in. Do whatever you want.
And Orion's going to move toward the door and see if he can peek out to see if he can see if these are these creatures that we almost made a deal with, or if it's something different.
You're a half-elf, right?
Uh-huh.
So you have low light vision?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me move your token. Back into the chamber. Are you already in the chamber? I think you are. Where are
Yeah.
you? I have to zoom in here. Where are you? No. Alright, you can move up to the door past Cypher.
Oh, that's full contact.
No. Can
Yeah.
Cypher just reach in, like, over her shoulder and slam the door shut?
Norian's already slamming the door, and as we do this, yeah.
Nope.
Nope, full contact. Get your ass in the boat now.
All right, everybody heads for the boat. Okay, I'm going to put you on the token then in that case. Let me make your proper tokens invisible. So everybody click on your little torch token. Okay, that'll be your line of sight. And you jump into the boat, and as you do, you hear a crash coming from behind you.
We're running out of time. Let's go.
I'm going to chuck an alchemist fire into that room.
They're right at the door. You're in the boat. You could push off right now and escape. Maybe throw the alchemist fire. It'll take some time to get it out. If you push off at the same time, no problem. I'll figure out the range and the armor class to hit that.
Cadwin will push off when he digs for his potion.
All right, go ahead and make an attack, ranged attack. If you have alchemist potion, put it in your actions thing, and it'll give you a range thing.
We got it.
Let me see. You got to hit a target here. You can see one. I'll give you the armor class of that. You can make your attack rolls. You push off. It'll be a little more difficult because you're in motion, but the range is not too bad. So
I'm gonna just start rowing while he's pushing off.
That's a critical.
critical hit.
Well.
Okay. Roll your damage.
That's a nat 20.
Roll your damage.
So they'll take 20 points regular fire and 2 persistent fire damage.
And some splash.
Yep.
This is what you see that you aim
Oh,
at.
lovely.
Somehow this creature looks very, very familiar. If anybody'd like to make a recall knowledge.
Yes, please.
Society.
Yes, please.
I think it's society. I could be wrong. Should be. They're humanoids. Yeah, society. Go ahead and make a society.
I'll take a look too.
One thing I'm untrained in on an Orient.
Do you want this public or private?
Private. Blind.
Rowan, come.
Agatha, it looks like somebody that was a neighbor back when you lived in the woods outside of Otari. I recognize that guy there.
Oh,
Cousin Bob.
no.
Anorian,
Oh, no.
you recognize these creatures as the Udurfan. And there's a whole bunch of them in that room, and they're screaming in pain. Not exactly a major threat. Something you encountered earlier on. Well, maybe not you, but maybe in your past you've encountered them. They're not really, they wouldn't be as a challenge to you. You feel confident in that. But you do recognize them as Urdafan, some of the lesser warrior types. Put it to you that way.
Norian will relay that. They don't seem to be much of a challenge. Didn't those drow speak of an Urafon chieftain that we have to go get a lens from?
I recognize those as my old neighbors, possibly.
Yeah, and you're not happy about that flame and fire going in there. Yeah, you're a bit put off by that. Okay,
Well,
so
if you come at me so aggressively.
I'll let one of you guys who wants to steer the boat.
Definitely not Agatha. She's slightly traumatized now.
Alright, Cypher, steer the damn thing.
All right, Cypher, you're in charge of moving the token. Don't go crazy here. Just unpause the game so you can move it.
Alright, just tell me which direction we want to go, guys.
Let's try north.
You hear a door slam behind you, Agatha. Run away!
Alright. Well, I can't move the token, but I was going to have us
Why
head
not?
up here.
You can move the token.
Since I lack permission. Well, whoever can move it is now the official captain.
Oh, that's the party token from the party folder.
Yeah, I can't move it either.
All right, well,
Nope.
let's use this one instead. Smaller, but it'll have to do. Do you see that little one?
Yeah, I can't move the little one either.
Oh God, what is happening?
Yeah, and I can't click on it either.
Yeah, and there's someone's thing is stuck, so I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah,
Same here, mine's
because I was moving it while you guys were trying. So yeah, I got
Doing the same.
refreshing.
Refresh time. Oh man, you just barely escaped these guys coming after you. There was some big guys in there too. Fiends.
Yeah, they're not pleasant.
They must be buddies.
I wasn't sticking around for the family reunion, let's just say.
Well, whoever rolled that D12, I think it was you, Dizzy. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
A massive war party. So, you're going to push off from the pier, start moving into the water, probably making quite a bit of noise as you try and escape these creatures. So we'll give ourselves a minute here as I refresh. Get back into the game here. I also have my Werther's again tonight. Managed to hold on to some of them for a week. Wish Pathfinder did give away villain points. It'd be fun. You don't need them.
That little tidbit of information traumatized Agatha.
What? The neighbor?
Knowing that she has neighbors like that, she got along with them, and now she sees that they just harmed them, and she's just like, oh my gods, what have I done?
Well, you got a critical fail on your freaking recall knowledge check. I had to think fast. It's an old friend.
He's becoming a human marshmallow now.
Yeah. Ah, it's silly. Play it up, Dizzy.
You just see Agatha soaking in the boat, just like looking as if she had her arm ripped off or something.
You burned
I'll
up
sing her
cigarettes.
this way. They'll never come and ask for sugar again.
That's the best way to handle an unruly neighbor. Cypher, do you have any more of those flasks of alchemist fire, by the way?
I do.
Pass them over.
They're
Alright.
here somewheres. Also, yes, I've loaded and I still can't move it.
Neither can I.
Yeah. Go ahead and re-add a moderate alchemist fire and I'll just remove one.
Just one. I was gonna take two if you had extra.
She gives you just one.
All right. Can't send the neighbors if I don't have enough fire to do so. He kind of chuckled.
Let's try one more time.
Oh, someone's moving it.
All right, don't go crazy. Come on.
Sorry.
I have to pause it already.
I was going to say sticking by the rocks. I don't know why you went through the deep end, but okay, yeah.
I only moved it 10 feet. The rest it did on its own.
Did it?
Oh.
I don't want to touch it because it'll duplicate. All right, we'll assume that you're heading to the north side of it. Cypher, you can move it. If you want to move it back or wherever you want.
Yeah, because I was going to put it like right there, and then it just yeeted on out of here.
So these formations in the middle here that you see, those are like pillars of rocks that go way up to the ceiling. Okay?
Alright, so she comes about guiding the boat and staying close to the water here. Not the water, but close to those large pillar rocks. She gets to the center. What do we see? Like on the left?
From where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, this right here, these are pillars that go up to the ceiling.
Oh, I meant like the crystals or anything.
Up ahead?
Yeah, up ahead on the left.
These are more like little islands. You see what looks like these glowing, fluorescent, crystal formations. They're like almost like as if they were a jungle of leaves or something. Clumps of them, clusters of them. And that particular little island that you see ahead is just covered with them. You'd have to get closer to investigate.
Alright. Cypher will let everyone know. I'll keep taking this thing forward up a bit. So we'll end up going up this path. Just to kind of hide.
And as you start guiding the boat towards the north, I'm going to take you right about here. Agatha, you catch sight of something. Something is breaking water behind the boat. And it seems to be moving rapidly in your direction.
We've got a little bit of a problem. Can we run a little faster, maybe?
Oh, what is it? Is it your neighbors?
And as
I
you
don't think it's our neighbors.
and as you turn around, you both see this dwarf, Agatha. As you turn around and make this comment, there you can see popping its head out of the water and heading directly towards you.
Oh, lovely.
But it doesn't seem to be alone.
Correction. Start driving like there's no tomorrow.
So, might be a little easy encounter. We shall see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys... Well, let me try it this way. Let me move the main party token over here. Let's do a little collection. There you go. And
We are so out of our element.
you won't actually move your tokens. I'm putting them there so, you have access to your character sheets and stuff. But there is a creature not far behind. Now, depending on the initiative, you could keep pushing away on the boat and going and trying to escape or something, or head for the island or something. Or you could hold fast and try and fight this creature that's coming up quickly behind you in the water. It's about 20 feet behind you. It's on the map. I'm going to put it in the combat tracker. So we're going to roll some initiative and see what we do here first. And second and third and fourth. All right.
Were there
Hey,
really
bud.
3 20s?
Yep.
Just wasted on initiative. Dang it!
The only nat 20 I'll roll all night.
Same.
First up is Honorian. Now, Cypher's guiding the boat. Cypher's guiding the boat, right?
Yeah, I'll continue to do so unless someone needs some range because I've always got my bow.
So you're in the back of the boat. Agatha, You're next to her, and then we've got the dwarf and Honorian in front. So we'll put you like that in the boat. The dwarf and Honorian are rowing. Looks good to me. So what do you do, Honorian? You've just become aware of something pursuing the boat.
Can't fight it in the boat, because if we lose the boat, then we're going to be, up shit creek without a paddle, literally. So I'm going to start rowing.
Rowing harder.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What direction are you going? Where are you going?
Cypher, where are you leading us?
I'll let you move the boat, Cypher. You get to move 30. Or 20, sorry. 20 per stride.
I was going to try to make it over here. So do we need 2 people? One rowing and one doing the direction of the boat?
You're on the helm there. You're just doing the direction.
Okay.
2 people are rowing, one on each side, so you're not going to go in circles. We're sailors here, aren't we? So you're really deciding where the boat goes, Cypher. So you want to go up around the rock?
Yeah, just do the first 20 up and go head like this direction.
All right, you got
Evan will point out that over here, over to the northeast, is a building that they're doing. Maybe closer to get that, sure.
Is this a sidewalk?
like a
Yeah,
little
there's a
walkway.
door right here.
Is it reachable from down here? Like on the water level?
Mm-hmm. You can pull
Okay, I
the boat
guess we
right
could
along.
do that. We could do that then.
That's about 40 feet away. So you could definitely do that with 2 actions. Rowing. So I'll put you up there.
I just don't want to lose the boat. I was thinking we could drag it up on the beach. That's why I chose the beach.
I've got a spare. We're okay if we do.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got that feather. So,
Which
yeah,
the feather's going to be a one-time use as well. It's a consumable.
So you've got 1 action left, Anurian. You spent 2 actions rowing like a madman. You've reached what looks like a stone pier of sorts that you could hop off onto and pull the boat alongside. There's nothing to tie it to, but it's something. It's like a little drop-off point. What do? You've got 1 action left. You could keep rowing.
I'll pop up.
All right. You jump off the boat, drop your oar, and we'll put you right there or wherever you want to move from there.
That'll work.
Okay. Next, we're going to go to... Well, let me click begin encounter. Next, we're going to go to the creature. Where is the creature? You left him behind. There he is. Let me see what his speed is. Interesting.
Brace yourselves, everybody.
I'm already clenched.
Right there. He's got 1 action left, and he's going to leap up towards the boat and attack whoever is in the back. Give me a number between 1 and 6, Agatha. That you're both in the
3.
back. Let's roll a d6. A 3 means odds. It's on Agatha. You ready for this? Here it is. Odds. Agatha. The creature leaps up towards the back of the boat, almost as if it had arms where there should be fins. It reaches up towards you with a big open maw. It's going to make a jaw attack on you, Agatha. Crunching down upon you with a 25.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. It's not crit. All right, let's roll some damage first. This is going to be some, believe it or not, it's going to be some piercing damage. 26. It's all done. All right. He's done. We're going to go to Agatha.
Agatha is not a happy camper. She's going to turn around and use 2 actions to cast Electric Arc at the creature.
You sure? Okay. Put it in the chat. There it is. Save DC. You try and catch it with some electricity. Let's see what happens as it makes its save. It gets 29. It just succeeds. That means half damage. Go ahead and roll your damage. 14 points.
So 7 points. Half of 14 is...
Oh, okay.
Now, is the boat on the dock, or is it like right beside the dock?
You're beside the
Right
dock.
beside.
You can hop off if you want. It's a little bit
She's going to
tricky.
use her last action to get off.
All right, let me put you over there. Where would you like to be? There's 5 feet. Go ahead and move yourself where you want. You done?
And a turn.
Cypher, you're up. You still have the helm there and the little boat.
I step off of it to get onto some solid ground. I quick draw my bow. Well, actually, no. First, I'll do a courageous anthem. Then I'll quick draw and shoot.
I'm gonna put this dagger to use.
You are. You have to jump in the water. Let me get its armor class showing here. Did you make your attack?
Not yet, because the number looks incorrect.
How you doing?
Striking composite longbow. +6?
Yeah,
I don't see that.
but my unarmed is 16.
What's your dex?
+4.
Yeah, it should be plus 16 or 18. No, 17 should be. Is it +1? Because if it's +1, it should be 17.
What is it? A composite short bow? Short
Oh, it's
bows-
a long bow. That's why I thought it was a short bow. Never mind.
Ooh.
All right.
You're not proficient in it.
Well, that little baby's going back in there. Instead, I'm gonna whip it from the side. Does this thing have reach? No, it doesn't. All right. So she just takes a small little leap onto the edge of the sidewalk here. She'll take out that gloom blade with her quick draw instead.
Yeah, there you go, fam. There you go.
And then she'll make a strike with that. And I will hero point that.
Missed by 1. was a close one.
There you go.
And
Oh.
I got that one.
Okay, now we're talking.
Alright, so that's just 7 damage.
Okay. That's it. Kedwin, you're next.
Cad's gonna hop off over here by the door, and we'll do a quick check on the door if you can to see if it's locked or if there's any obvious reason he shouldn't open it.
Okay. As you move out of the boat, you see a tentacle come whipping out under the water. What's your armor class?
26.
26. You just barely get out of the way. Perhaps it was the screams of Cypher. Look out behind you! You manage to dodge the grasping attack of this tentacle, which you see now as you look back. You see that this giant fish, if it is a fish, actually has tentacles coming off its sides and reaching up towards you. They're quite long. Quite long. But you make your way up to the door. The door. The lake's water laps lazily on a wide stone ledge, the one you're standing upon right now in desperate battle, surrounding a structure built into the cavern wall itself. The ledge is thick with lichen and barely wide enough to stand upon, as you're finding out right now. A single iron vault-like door with a metal handle and a keyhole leads into the structure. Cadwin. You have 2 actions left. What do you do?
Well, like I said, he's going to check and see if it's actually locked. If it won't open, he'll turn to the other. Anybody find a key along the way?
I've got a handful of them.
Great. Maybe one will open this door.
Are you going at the door there?
Yeah, he's going to try to open it if it's not locked.
Okay. All right, you reach towards the door, the metal handle of the door. You begin to push on it. It's not locked, but as soon as the door begins to move, just even the slightest inch, you feel a force blast from the door, almost explosive-like, an energy force that you can't really see, but you feel. I'm going to need a basic fortitude save from you, dwarf. Okay, so that's going to be a critical... Wait a minute. That's going to be a critical success. Okay, so let's roll some force damage. Okay, but you critical saved, so you're not going to take any damage. Okay, so you weather your stability. Your little stumpy legs hold you firm, solidly to the ground, like as if you were a mountain itself. But this force, it just comes blasting at you. Do you have a helmet?
He does not.
All right, your hair goes back almost like Fabio on the cover of some magazine, or doing a butter commercial maybe. That's even better. Just golden locks throwing back in a high wind. Looks pretty good, but you don't take any damage. It's very good.
He'll glance to the door. Uncle Bjorn, you here?
Yeah, you critically succeeded with that roll, so you took no damage from that. That was a warded door. in case you didn't know. So that's that. So much for my traps. Flush that down the toilet. The door jiggles and it opens. And you're done at that point. So stride, open the door, stride. I'll let you go one. Do you want to go into the room? I'll let you go another 5 feet if you want. I just made a duplicate. Damn it. Sorry, Ted. I gotta refresh again. But let me read what you see. The dust is thick in this chamber, save for what looks like footprints. There, coming from the door that you stand in, the portal that you stand in, you see footprints. They lead to and from the southernmost of 3 iron doors. You can see them on the map, which all look similar, at least at this distance, to the door you just entered, where you're now standing. So if you look closely at the map, if you zoom in, you'll actually see the footprints on the map. And Norian, you're going to be up next.
Yeah, Norian will look down to Cypher. Withdraw to the door. Give me some cover from there. Agatha, go. Now I'm going to take a 5-foot step and spell strike with ignition.
Okay, go for it.
That's a hit. We'll take that. And then it'll take... It'll take 12 to 13 points of piercing damage and 22 points of fire damage.
Okay. How many actions was that?
2 and a 5-foot step.
So you're done. 2 actions and a 5-foot step. That's 3 actions, right? You're done.
Yes, sir. I'm done. 5-foot step and a spell strike.
Okay, who's up next? Who's after a Nurian?
Creature.
Creature? Okay, let me think here. I'll have to wait till I get back into the map here. He is going to attack with his tentacles. Pull somebody in the water, perhaps drown them. Take them below in a feeding frenzy undisturbed. Perhaps. Blah, 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 blah. Making too much noise in the water. Attracting attention. Dilly-dallying. Get ambushed by fiends. We'll end the session in about 15 or 20 minutes. Tops. Let Kyle go to bed. The rest of us will play till about 1 or 2 in the morning. What do you say? What do you say? That ain't gonna happen.
I would if I could.
Alright, give me a number from 1 to 6, Cypher.
2.
Alright, so evens, it's gonna attack Cypher. Here we go. Yep, it's evens. It's on Cypher. Here we go. This is going to be a tentacle attack. It's got a 15-foot reach. Yikes.
Jeez.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. 21.
Nope.
Did it
21.
take its damage?
No.
Are you kidding me? It's got a swallow whole attack. Ooh.
Oh, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Did the creature take its damage from the spell strike?
No, I have to do that Good reminder. Thanks, Kyle. Let's go up to that damage.
Grand total was 35. Piercing and fire.
Right, I see. Piercing and fire. What was the total?
35 in total.
I'll just put that in. Okay. All right, it's got one more action. It disappears under the water.
Yeah, you better run, Slimy.
Agatha, you can see the ripples in the water. You can see almost where it's moving. It's moving to the north, towards the entryway, beyond you.
She's gonna look back at the other two and she goes, "We got a chance. We gotta go now."
You have 3 actions, Agatha.
Well, get in here.
She's going to move up there, and then let's see here. Can I do a recall knowledge of what that thing was?
You could.
Okay, what am I rolling?
All right, first of all, let it make its attack of opportunity on you.
Shit.
15-foot reach. Out of the water comes a tentacle, reaching towards you. And yes, it does see you from under the water, though you can't see it.
That's it.
28. You're going to take some damage. 18 points of slashing damage. And that's it. We'll leave it at that. And you stand there and do a recall knowledge, which won't provoke. So you're going to need to make a occultism of all things, or a particular lore that deals with aquatic life. Otherwise, occultism.
Can I do nature?
No.
Maybe?
You've got occultism, and you're going to have a penalty on this because you can't really see the creature outside of its tentacle. You're going by memory at this point.
All right,
It's
am I
gonna be
doing public
very
or blind?
Blind.
Rolling.
I need a score above a 30. Not a 30, but above a 30. Got a 22? No. You have no idea
Okay.
what creature this is.
Last section, she's going to get in.
Okay. Cypher, you're up.
I'm just gonna run through and get inside. Good. Then I'll just for the sake of it, cast a Courageous Anthem again, just in case.
Cadwin? You're up.
Cadwin will follow the footprints down to that southernmost door and kind of check it out.
I won't move your token. It'll duplicate again. Move yourself down there. Alright, it's one action. We're still in encounter mode, but you can listen if you want.
Yeah, we do a perception check to kind of check it, see if there's any way of seeing if there's a trap. I mean, he's not trained in trap finding, obviously, but is there any way he can notice like a catch or if it's locked or hear anything? Trying to figure out anything about this door.
You can't hear anything. Maybe it's the distraction outside the door. It's hard to hear what might be on the other side of this seemingly unlocked door.
Yeah, he'll try it anyway.
You do notice also that in the southern portion of this chamber, there's a pedestal. And on this pedestal, you see the image, a statue, an image of a female. Well, let me see if I could show you.
Yep, she's a keeper.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, this is the statue that you see, and she looks pissed. But you're not sure what kind of chamber this is. Outside of that, you can't hear anything beyond the door.
We have a recall knowledge check.
I want the
Kind
door.
of. No, on the statue.
The statue? Yeah, give me a unless you have an arts and crafts lore, give me a society or society. No clue, but it is very well done. Very nice sculpture as far as craftsmanship, but it's a horrific looking image.
Well, that those three things. So that'll be it unless you let me open the door. That'll be it.
You took your 3 actions, right?
Yeah, that would be 3.
All right, you're done. Now, at this stage, whoever's peeking out the door, you don't see the creature. Actually, no, I take that back. You do still see the limb extending, the tentacle coming up out of the water. Honorian,
That would be Agatha.
Honorian, what do you do?
I'm gonna fall back to the door since I'm actively engaged. Kind of wait for the tentacle to come shooting at me, I guess.
That would be an attack.
No, like I'm waiting to see if it's going to attack of opportunity me before I move into the room.
You'd already used this attack.
Oh, gotcha. Now I'm moving in.
He got me with it.
Okay, it's 2 actions.
And then for my last action, I'll shut the door as I pass.
Okay. I was wondering if you guys were going to shut the door. Okay, it is shut. You slam it on the tentacle. All right. And with that, as you all gather your senses, you hear the tentacle slamming against the door. You hear a couple tentacles slamming against the door. And Cypher, since you're closest to the door, and Agatha, you're very aware and cautious and listening all the time, you also hear what sounds like footsteps, wet footsteps, briefly, just outside the door, followed by a splash, which sounds quite loud, and then silence. As you turn around to face the southern portion of this chamber and see where the dwarf is, you see him, and he's staring at what looks like a large statue, maybe 8-10 feet tall. Agatha, you've seen Belcora before. Somehow this image, this statue, reminds you very much of her, although there's something twisted about it that's different. And she looks very, very mad.
Are we still in initiative?
We'll drop out of initiative right now.
Okay, because with that, Agatha's gonna actually move up to the statue and start inspecting it.
Go ahead.
Looks like the lassie's on that time of the month. She don't look happy.
Do I need to do a recall?
Somebody want to do a recall?
Agatha is.
Can I as well?
Yeah, go for it. Society.
I take a listen at the northern door.
Okay, you give me a blind perception. You notice the door is, in fact, locked.
Rolling coming.
Nice sturdy lock is on this door, Anurian.
I got a warhammer.
The one next to you is also locked. While you guys look at the statue, staring and trying to think, what is this? Nothing comes to your mind. Nothing. But you are reminded of Belcora and the images and stories you have been told, especially with Agatha. She kind of confirms this thing is Belcora. She's sure of it.
Is it possible I can do a secondary recall knowledge?
No, you're done. As you take more and more checks, it gets harder and harder and harder. If you want to make one, go ahead. You can do that. But
I'll take the risk.
But as you do that, you look up at the face. Something's different this time. Whereas it seemed to be staring off in the distance, you look up at it, and it's staring you right in the eye.
This freaks out Agatha, and she starts backing away. Okay, we need to find a way to get out of this room, and we need to leave, like, now.
Cypher, you notice, as Agatha begins to back away very slowly, you look back at it, and you see its left arm is beginning to move. And you hear a stone grinding sound begin to fill the room. Cadwin, you turn immediately to see this stone abomination right as it's starting to come alive.
Yep, weapon swap. I got a perfect weapon for this.
And again, I will show you this nasty rendition of what could be Belcora as it springs to life, this abomination, this golem-type creature. We're about to see what happens. And we could test it out for a round. We're going to close in on ending time, but let's put ourselves in initiative. And Agatha, where was your token? Where are you?
I should be right above the golem.
You would all see Anorian pull this big, massive warhammer two-handed out.
Let me move you back. Oh, I see what it was. I was invisible. You didn't actually see the token. Now you do. So I'll put you right here. Okay, so let's go in initiative. Everybody's going to roll perception, or you could use your society if you were making recall knowledge checks. Anurian, you'd use, or not Anurian, Dwarf, you would use your perception. Yes, let's do at least a round here. Let me roll for Cypher. You there, Cypher?
Yeah, I've just been having like computer issues all evening.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll your initiative? I'll roll it.
I think I clicked it. I think it's going.
Ooh, you got another.
On that one.
What happened there? I rolled it, got a 31. She rolled it and got a 16. Or vice versa. One of us got a 16, a 1. Somebody got a 30.
Yeah, I see that I got the one.
Yeah, let's keep the 31. I clicked it first. So you got a 31. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's begin the encounter. And Anurian, you're up first. How do you react to this? What do you do?
Yep. The game's paused, Brett.
No, it's not.
I'll move down here. And with my Earthbreaker. Ooh, you know what? A hero point. I got him. Let's use him. This has the Raging trait. It's supposed to do extra damage to objects and structures. Oh, Jesus. Even worse. Never mind. Second attack. Another miss. Next.
Ah, shit.
All right, the creature's up next. Let me reveal it in the tracker. All right, as this creature comes alive, some type of golem. Let's see. It immediately reaches out to strike at the companions with this massive fist. Let's see. Give me a number from 1 to... Well, let's go left to right. 1 to 2 is Agatha, 3 to 4 is Anorian, so on to the dwarf. Let's do that. Do I have reach on this? Yeah, I do. I guess I could hit Cypher too. Let's throw her in the mix. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Reroll 5s and 6s. Here it is, starting with the elf. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the dwarf. Dwarf, you're about to be clobbered. A good sound clobbering is coming your way by this clay golem. 34.
That'll hit.
Okay. Make a fortitude save. This isn't a basic save. You're going to take some damage regardless. You're going to take 20 points of bludgeoning. Your save was 31. That is a success. So you're okay. And next attack is going to be an Anurian. Attack after that's going to be on Agatha. 34, Anurian.
Heck, not critical.
Damage is going to be 21 bludgeoning, and give me a fortitude check.
29.
You're okay with that. And Agatha, you're going to take a blow from its fist as well. That's going to be difficult. Maybe not against you. Ooh.
I think that's possibly a crit.
Oh, it's definitely a success, which means it's going to be a critical success because of the 20.
That's like the third
Yeah, third
34 you
roll.
got.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Bam, bam, bam.
I feel good. Alright, so it's critical damage on you. No way to change it. Here it comes, Agatha. This is going to be a clobbering. 54 points of bludgeoning damage. 54.
You watch as she gets hit and watch as she goes flying, hits the wall, and goes completely silent.
Alright. Let's see if I want to do the save. Give me a fortitude save.
1 moment.
Well, shit. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
35.
Good.
You're not going to be cursed, that's for sure. Alright, so this creature's done. Took all of its actions doing that. We're going to go to Cadwin. How do you respond to this, Cadwin?
Seeing her go flying, Is she a dying? Maybe. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and cast Stabilize on Agatha.
Let me see it has attack of opportunity real quick. No, you're good.
And then for the last action, he'll take a swing at it. Take a swing at the golem. 32 to hit it.
32, you need it. 29. So you hit.
So it hit, not critical. I'm going to use Divine Weapon to give me a little boost on the damage here.
Got it?
1 second, yeah, hold on.
Is this your last action?
Yeah, this is my last action.
All right, let's go to Cypher.
Just go that way.
I cast a mirror image on myself. And then I cast Courageous Anthem.
It took 13 damage from my attack.
13 damage.
That's it.
Okay, let me throw that on there. And Courageous Anthem. Anything else?
That and mirror image, and that's it.
Okay, mirror image. Do I have a thing for that? I think I do. There it is.
Yeah, now we all look trippy.
All right. As this thing comes alive and just swings at the three of you closest and just does massive damage, you see Agatha get crumpled and fall to the ground. Everything goes black, Agatha. Spells are being cast right next to you where the footsteps lead, dwarf. The door suddenly swings open. And there, standing at the portal directly in front of you, you see this.
Oh, great.
You have invaded this sacred ground. And it begins to draw its sword, and he will be added to the initiative. Let's see where he's going to go. Well, you guys won't know. But I'm going to add him and roll it secretly. In the next round, it'll be revealed when he takes his turn. Okay. Well, start of round 2. Let me go to the start of round 2. Because he's going to be the first one. So there he is in initiative order. And that's where we're going to end the session. Ooh, things are looking risque. Monsters everywhere. Oh, my. Oh, man. What'd you think, Kyle? We'll call it there.
I enjoyed it. Got to fight a giant, the fishy cat type of thing, and we play tested these Death Knights. I know what I'm up against there. Jesus, God have mercy.
Maybe.
I always have a good time swinging a hammer.
Kalido. Haravex or Haravo. Kalido. I don't know, can you see his name in the initiative tracker?
No.
Oh, it must be hidden. Oh, he's got a name. I spoiled it for you. Anyway, that's what's facing you off at this door, and maybe those are the footsteps. Maybe they are, dwarf. What'd you think, Ted?
I'm thinking that those were the footsteps. Overall, it was really good. A lot of fun, a lot of action from the start,
Yeah. There is a lot more
and
action in this level.
a lot more. Yeah, it looks like this is an action-packed level. Hopefully, we'll be able to keep it going and get through this, and keep the heels and the hammering going.
Yeah. It's like one after the other. So you enter a room, monster. You leave the room, you go outside, monster. Random encounters. They're just everywhere. I think it's working out pretty good. It's challenging you guys, I hope. What do you think, Diz?
Something told me my gut said something bad's gonna happen, and I wish I listened to my gut and not moved forward, but knowing my curiosity, I moved forward and I got myself in my situation once again.
Well, you didn't really, you didn't do anything. You didn't
No,
touch
but
it or speak to it or anything. Just you and Cypher were just looking at it.
No, but something in my gut was telling me not to move forward, and I didn't listen to it, so I got bit.
Yeah, you got clobbed.
I mean, now it's definitely getting more intense, as before we had like a break every now and then in between, but now it's just like the action is starting to amp up, and it's like maybe we might be getting closer to the end. Who knows? I mean, it just feels like it's starting to get even more crazy.
I'll make you conscious, just so you could see on your stream what they're up against. We'll see. What do you think, Rachel? What do you think with your mirror image?
We're doomed. I'm just kidding, but I definitely can feel things one right after the other. It's getting a lot harder. Now's not a good time to say, hey, I'm out of spells, but also I am out of spells. Was kind of hoping we would rest at the boathouse, and then we opened the door. And I was like, well, guess we're not sitting here.
We actually rested before we went to the boathouse.
Did you guys rest?
Yes.
Oh, because I didn't refresh anything.
We rested.
I came into this session injured.
Right. That's right.
Injured and no spells.
That's right. You should have a full rest. I don't think it really matters, though. Maybe
Well, for my spells it does. For my HP, probably not. I'd probably still be at the same.
Yeah, so what we'll do... Any spells that you haven't used tonight, because they're already cast, if you want to rememorize them, go ahead. Get that done right now, so we get it out of the way and don't forget.
Okay, because when we came in, I had no 5th level spells, which is why I wasn't using them. Alright, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Just anything you haven't cast in this session, you can bring back.
Yeah, well, it's just a matter of number. It's not what I cast, it's just how many of what level. So I know I cast one of those.
Are you spontaneous?
I am.
Oh, okay.
So I remember I tried Ray of Enfeeblement. That was a 1st level spell, so I'll regain one of those. I just used Mirror Image, so that's my 2nd level.
But, yeah, that's our session. Kyle, I appreciate you playing tonight. You're probably exhausted. Gotta hand it to you, man. You did great.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm tapped. My own internal spell slots are wearing thin.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're gonna call it here. Hope you enjoyed. This live will be up in about a month. This will go up live, or not live, but up on my channel as public. I usually take them and edit them if necessary, and they usually go in the schedule and show up 4 to 6 weeks after the live session. So you guys watching live, you lucked out. But keep an eye open for the full video on my channel and see things from my perspective. Otherwise, keep an eye on Dizzy's channel. follow her over there. You can see a lot more good games coming in the future because you're going to do some video games. She's got all kinds of plans there, as well as more live plays from us at the Forge and Brush because she plays in them. So why not? It's OBS, rock and roll, brother. Yeah, I appreciate it, Dizzy. That's good stuff. So, folks, we're going to call it here. We'll see you guys next week. We got some Dragonbane coming up, and either next week or the week after. The first episode is going to be live in 2 parts. So stay tuned for that. And it's going to be back to Pathfinder. All right, folks. Talk to you guys soon. Hang in there, 'cause it's only going to get better. Talk to you soon.